Well, hello, East Troy. It's good to see you today, and we are here with Andy and Drew Douglas, and they are here from Living Waters Bible Camp. And we just wanted to let you know that they're in town. We wanted you to get a chance to greet them and learn a little bit more about their ministry. Andy and Drew are here for a special reason. Good to see you guys. Hi, Drew.
Thanks.
Hey, Andy.
Hello.
What are you guys here for?
For my parents' 50th wedding anniversary.
All right. Wow. So Fred and Betty, 50 years. It's hard to believe because they don't look that it's possible. How's it even possible that 50 years has gone by? Well, Fred and Betty, congratulations and happy anniversary to you from the East Troy Bible Church and, well, your family. Anyway, we're here to talk a little bit about Living Waters. I see you got the gear on, Drew.
Yeah.
See, you got married recently, right?
Yeah, I got married about a year ago, last May.
All right. Tell us all about it. How do you like marriage?
Oh, it's great. I mean,
And what's her name?
Michaela.
Okay.
Michaela's her name,
And where did you meet her?
met her at camp.
Okay.
So that was, and she said yes, and now we're working at camp together, and it's been great.
What would have happened if she had said no, Drew? It would be hard.
It would have been horrible.
It's been a good year then.
It has been, yeah.
Great. Well, that's awesome. And then, Andy, you and Kristen have been up there with the family now at Living Waters for how many years?
Almost 5.
No way.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
July of 2018 is when we
I
moved.
can't even believe that. Well, 5 years. It goes by. A lot of water has gone over the bridge, I'm sure. So, Living Waters is a Bible camp that we send kids to. It's pretty awesome. And tell us a little bit about the camp itself and maybe kind of its mission. What makes you distinct? What makes your purpose important?
So, in some ways, we're just like any other camp, like Phantom Ranch or Timberlea. We have kids programs. We have summer camp. We have weekend retreats. We do a father-son, mother-daughter. We do ladies retreat. I believe several of you have been to ladies retreat last fall, and I hope you enjoyed it. We do a little bit different on our nature programs, our creation programs, where we focus on creation and how God made things and His beauty and His creation, not to worship the creation, but to see His glory. And when you have kids, when they explore and then they discover God and then they wonder more about God, then they begin to worship. And so when we implement, we do these programs in our nature center and out around the grounds, they get to see how God made things and the process of why He made things a certain ways. And then when kids start to wonder and they discover it for themselves, like we have a replica of a human skull and the Lucy skull. And when kids can feel it and look at it and see the differences, and they can see the difference between man and ape, then they begin to learn more because they're experiencing and they're discovering for themselves.
All right. Well, that's pretty interesting. And I love this idea of experiencing God and then beginning to worship Him, right? Great focus. So as you've been there, what's your role there, Andy?
I'm the school groups and compliance manager. So a school is interested in coming to camp and having a retreat or having a day end of year celebration, or we do team building with the public schools. They'll bring the high school down. I organize all of that, plan it, and then I am their contact at camp, and I facilitate their stay at the camp while they're there, whether it be overnight or just during a day trip. Then I'm also the compliance manager, so now I do all the training, policies, insurance, and regulations at camp as well.
Okay.
Camp.
Well, that sounds like a lot of work.
Yeah.
What do you do, Drew? What's your gig?
So I'm the general maintenance and housekeeping manager. So I'm making sure that all the grounds are kept up, cleaning's done, and how I look at my job is I'm taking away distractions from anyone that's at the camp. So if they come down to camp and things are clean, they're working well, then they can focus on discovering, worshiping, having fun with friends, all those different things. And if there's problems, then they become distracted and they can't focus on those things. So I'm taking away those distractions, kind of serving in the background, and hopefully if your week at camp goes well, you won't ever have to talk to me and everything will be all good.
Do you like your job?
Oh yeah, I love it. I get to. I get
You're
to.
excited about
Oh
it?
yeah, I get to work with machines. I get to work.
Do you have the funnest job in the entire camp? I mean, come on, you're working
For
with
me,
machines.
yes.
You're
For
working
me,
with- yeah.
yes. For me, yes. Other people would say that their jobs are better, but I love where I'm at.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's really good. Drew, as you're there, how long have you been on staff?
I've been on staff full time since June of 2021, so this will be my second summer on full time staff. and
Okay.
It's been crazy. So
Well, the two of you are on support staff. I mean, it's some of the camps around this area. It's a paid staff. They earn salaries, and then you're on support raising, right? You're on a faith-based support raising
Correct.
mission. So it's like a missionary that would go overseas, but you're a missionary in the United States. Why is that important to have people that are doing mission work outside the local church roof in a camp setting or other places like that?
To be able to minister to families, we all know the family structure is under attack, and we love to have families come serve together to minister to kids. We do at Living Waters. We've worked with Vernon County and the children that are in foster care. So we've had foster kids come through camp, and the county will actually pay for them to come to camp. And they get to come to camp and do things they've probably never done before, like climb the tower, go down the zip line. But then they get to hear the gospel as well. And these kids are going to be instrumental in the future in different roles within the community, and just they're living here. So I feel like it's important to minister to them.
In other words, these children are the potential
They are.
of the United States or our region, right?
Yeah.
Some of them may be school teachers, some of them may be parents, dads, and moms, but all in all, they're community members. And I guess the idea there is if you are allowing them to know and worship God and meet God, then they have a good foundation.
Yeah.
Would that be true?
yeah.
Which is missing in our nation in a large portion of it, right? So, what are your needs? What would you like to tell us about the needs at camp or your personal lives?
At camp, physical needs wise, we always, like I said, we always take volunteers to come work in the kitchen. To even Drew would take a volunteer for a week to mow the grass at camp. I think I timed it last year. It took like 16 or 18 hours a week just to mow the grass. We would take people that can build. We're doing a couple of projects, not right in the near future, but in the next couple of years, we're trying to build a couple of buildings. We're working on an outdoor chapel right now. We have all the funds for the chapel, but now we have to do the manpower. We're looking to build that this year to be able to worship outside.
Are you going to send out a note to the churches or try to recruit from your church donors to just come on up and help us out?
I'm sure we will, yeah.
Yeah, good.
We'll
And when will that
go.
project be underway? Would that be just the spring, or is it over the summer or late summer?
I think it may start. It starts in May
Okay.
potentially,
All right.
and then it'll go through the summer. We have all the materials and everything.
Okay.
We just need to get.
So that's a
work
real
done.
hands-on project that people
It
can
is.
get involved in by just going up there and being part of it, right?
Right.
So there are a couple of ways people can partner with you. Of course, I would say they can get to know you and start to pray for you and get to send you some emails and check in on you and see how you're doing.
Yeah.
I think there's a financial component, of course. Yeah. And then it sounds like there's some work that could be done.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So there's 3 basic ways people can check in, and I think the encouraging one would be just getting to know Andy and Kristen and see if you can get to know Drew and Michaela and maybe even mow some grass,
Oh yeah.
or at least weed whip. And Drew likes to run the tractor, so I don't think you're going to get a chance to do that. Anyway, well, it's really great to see you guys. And if people want to see you, then they can just kind of meet you in the foyer this Sunday on April 2nd.
Yep.
And then we'll make sure that your email and your contact information is put out there, both of you, so that people can just reach out if that's something that's God lays on their heart. So, well, really good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for just being willing to be here. I'm operating the camera by myself here, so I'm a little bit clumsy with the whole thing, but I have no idea how to get back to my other thing. But anyway, hope that you can come back and see us again, and maybe we'll get you a little bit more in the service. But this video will be out on YouTube as well as it will be on the Facebook group page, so people will be able to see it and access it even if they weren't here Sunday. So,
Okay.
all right,
you.
Yeah.
all right.
thank you.
Well, have a great day, and I'm gonna sneak off and turn this stuff off. So see you guys.